U.S. and Iranian delegations are set to commence critical diplomatic discussions. The talks will unfold in Switzerland, a neutral ground chosen amid escalating regional tensions. This development comes as Tehran makes a significant announcement, confirming it has closed the vital Strait of Hormuz. The convergence of these two events creates a complex and urgent geopolitical landscape, demanding immediate attention from international observers. Global markets are already reacting to the news, particularly concerning oil prices, as the strait is a key choke point for crude shipments. Tehran's declaration regarding the closure of the Strait of Hormuz cites ongoing concerns about regional security and perceived threats to its maritime interests. This strategic waterway, a narrow passage between the Persian Gulf and the open ocean, is crucial for global energy transport. Reports from Iranian state media indicate the decision is a direct response to unnamed provocations in the region. The closure immediately raises questions about freedom of navigation and the potential for severe disruptions to international shipping lanes. Naval forces in the Gulf are reportedly monitoring the situation closely. Switzerland, known for its long-standing tradition of neutrality and its role as a facilitator of international diplomacy, will host these sensitive U.S.-Iran discussions. The choice of venue underscores the delicate nature of the dialogue, aiming to provide a secure and impartial environment for both parties. Diplomatic sources suggest preliminary arrangements for the talks have been underway for weeks, highlighting the extensive planning involved in bringing these delegations together. The world watches for any breakthroughs from the Swiss-mediated conversations, hoping for de-escalation. Washington has confirmed its delegation's participation in the Switzerland talks. A State Department spokesperson, speaking anonymously, emphasized the importance of direct communication channels with Tehran during this critical period. The U.S. objective remains focused on de-escalation and addressing regional stability concerns. However, the American stance is complicated by Tehran's simultaneous announcement regarding the strait. Analysts suggest the U.S. delegation faces the dual challenge of engaging diplomatically while also responding to the implications of the strait's closure, balancing dialogue with safeguarding international maritime law. The Strait of Hormuz is recognized as the world's most important oil transit choke point, with approximately one-fifth of global oil consumption passing through its waters daily. Its closure by Tehran sends immediate shockwaves through international energy markets. Shipping companies are reassessing routes, and insurance premiums for vessels in the region are expected to surge. Experts warn that a prolonged closure could lead to significant global economic disruption, impacting supply chains far beyond the energy sector. The sudden move by Tehran escalates an already tense situation, adding pressure on the Swiss talks. This isn't the first time the Strait of Hormuz has been a flashpoint. Historical incidents involving maritime disputes and naval encounters have underscored its geopolitical sensitivity. Past tensions have included disruptions to shipping, often linked to broader geopolitical conflicts in the Middle East. Each time, the international community has expressed grave concerns over the implications for global trade and security. Tehran's current action revives memories of previous standoffs, emphasizing the long history of the strait being used as leverage in regional power dynamics. The simultaneous occurrence of peace talks and a major unilateral action like the strait closure presents immense diplomatic hurdles. The U.S. delegation must navigate Tehran's stated grievances while also upholding the principle of freedom of navigation. For Iran, the closure is likely a bargaining chip, increasing pressure on the international community to meet its demands. However, such a move risks alienating potential allies and hardening the stance of opposing nations. The success of the Swiss talks now hinges on finding a pathway to de-escalation amidst this high-stakes brinkmanship. Regional players in the Middle East are closely monitoring both the Swiss talks and the situation in the strait. Gulf nations, heavily reliant on the strait for oil exports, are particularly concerned. Statements from various capitals express a desire for peaceful resolution and de-escalation, but also a readiness to protect their economic interests. The ongoing instability has broader implications for regional security alliances and energy cooperation. Observers note that any misstep could quickly escalate into a wider regional conflict, emphasizing the urgent need for a diplomatic solution. As the talks begin in Switzerland, the world waits for clarity. Will the diplomatic efforts be enough to reverse Tehran's decision on the Strait of Hormuz? The stakes are incredibly high, involving global energy security, international trade, and regional stability. Any progress in Switzerland would be a crucial step towards de-escalation, but the path is fraught with challenges. Experts caution that a quick resolution is unlikely, and sustained, difficult negotiations are to be expected. Stay tuned for further updates as this rapidly developing story unfolds.